Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. In this video today we're checking out top 30 Australian songs of all time. So recently I've been doing a bit of Australian music reactions on this channel. I've reacted to Seekers and John Farnham, and so I'm kind of enjoying hearing Australian music. So let's hear the top 30 Australian songs of all time, and go subscribe to the original creator. His name is Solitude, so go subscribe to his channel and like his video if you happen to enjoy this video. So let's get right into it for today, my friend. Let's go.
Australia has produced some great songs in contemporary music over the years, whether that be the biggest chart-topping hits or songs that perfectly embody Australian culture. This list counts down what I believe to be the top 30 Australian songs of all time.
Okay, let's hear it, my friend. Let's hear it.
I'm only including one song per artist, and it's just contemporary music, so no waltzing Matildas. Feel free to comment your agreement.
See, I do think one song per artist does kind of make it fair, because you might just have like 10 songs by the same artist. So one song I think is pretty fair.
Or disagreements below. Let's get into the list. Number 30, Are You Gonna Be My Girl?
Oh, this is by an Australian group. I love this song.
One of the biggest indie rock hits of the 2000s.
Yeah,
this song
I remember
was
this.
Smashed all over Hollywood movies, TV shows, and advertisements upon release. Who could forget those iPod commercials? Number 29, Prisoner of Society by The Living End.
I haven't heard this one, but it sounds good.
The Australian punk rock anthem from the 90s. This song burst The Living End into the spotlight all around the world upon release. The song was voted in at 34 in Triple J's Hottest 100 of all time in 2009. Number 28, Riptide by Vance Joy.
Oh, I didn't know they were Australian either. This is such a good song, this one.
A more recent hit,
Yep.
Vance Joy struck commercial gold with this ukulele bop, which caught the hearts of many music fans worldwide, charting in multiple countries and reaching 9 times platinum in Australia.
Yeah, this song was huge over in the United Kingdom. This song was everywhere. I remember it in there, like, I think it came out 2013. He said, yeah, this was everywhere in the early 2010s.
Number 27, The Less I Know The Better by Tame Impala.
Oh, Tame Impala, okay. I haven't actually heard any Tame Impala songs. I know they're huge though. That was great.
Kevin Parker hit mainstream success with this disco rock hit that went viral on TikTok and was voted the #1 song of the 2010s by Triple J listeners. Number 26, The Nosebleed Section by Hilltop Hoods.
Haven't heard this one either. I like the vibe of it though, it makes you want to move.
Undoubtedly the biggest hip-hop song to come out of Australia. Aussies voted this song in at 17 on Triple J's Hottest 100 of all time in 2009, the highest rated Australian song on that list.
Wow.
Number 25, I Touch Myself by The Divinyls.
I think I've heard this vaguely somewhere.
An Aussie 80s classic, this song propelled the Divinyls
Nice,
into
though.
superstardom with its ultra catchy but cheeky chorus. It still reminds me mostly of Austin Powers killing fembots with his mojo though. Number 24, The Horses by Daryl Braithwaite.
Haven't heard this one either. I like it though.
A guilty pleasure for many Aussies, young and old. The cover version of this song, Horses, yes, it's actually a cover, went massive in the early 90s and saw a recent resurgence in modern meme culture for its amazing chorus. Number 23, Can't Get You Out of My Head.
Oh yeah, of course Kylie Minogue is going to be on the list. She's huge. I know this song. Everyone knows this song.
You literally can't get this song out of your head. This Kylie hit went massive all over the world,
Yep.
gaining platinum status in many countries. It's often remembered for its catchy na-na-nas and Kylie's risque outfit in the music video.
See, this is like a childhood song. This was everywhere when I was a kid. You literally couldn't. You'd hear it on the radio, in the stores, on TV, everywhere.
Number 22, Under the Milky Way by
Haven't heard
Church.
this one.
An Aussie alt-rock classic. The Church launched themselves back into the spotlight when they released this hit. It has enjoyed underground success for many years, especially after its inclusion in the cult classic movie Donnie Darko. Number 21,
Oh, was it Donnie Darko?
Into My Arms by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds.
Haven't heard this one either. But I like his voice.
Oh Lord, into my arms. Oh Lord, into my arms.
A beautiful piano ballad, Nick Cave put his whole heart into this song. It's mostly stayed as a more underappreciated song, but alternative music fans adore this song worldwide. Number 20, Tomorrow by Silverchair.
Haven't heard this one, but this is so 90s, this song.
A song written by a bunch of 14-year-old kids doesn't normally sound like it would be respected, but
Wait, are they 14? What?
Silverchair proved age was no barrier when their
That's
debut
really
single
impressive.
went massive all over the world in the 90s grunge boom. Number 19, Somebody That I Used to Know by Gautier featuring Kimbra.
No, they're Australian. Okay, I just can't believe they're Australian. Like, this is a song that everyone knows, but you don't really know anything about the people who sing it, if I'm being honest. I mean, if you're Australian, you probably know a lot, but I've heard this song everywhere in 2012. This song was everywhere. This went number one in like so many countries. I just can't believe they're Australian. This song really did surprise me. Probably the greatest one in wonder like of all time.
Gautier struck gold with this
Yeah.
art pop song that was the biggest song in the world in the early 2010s. Its incredibly unique but catchy sound won Gautier a Grammy and left a lasting legacy that he has never even given an addition to. Number 18, To Her Door by Paul Kelly.
I like this song. I haven't heard it, but I like the vibe of these type of songs.
Australia's greatest storyteller needs to be in here, and this song, which is his most dramatic but beautiful story, is arguably his most recognisable. I could have maybe gone with How to Make Gravy or Dumb Things Too. Number 17, Don't Dream It's Over by Crowded House.
Oh, they're Australian. I love this song. Classic.
No, I'm not saying they're a New Zealand band, okay? Arguably, this is Crowded House's biggest hit, especially overseas. They had some other big hits in Australia too, with Better Be Home Soon and Weather With You. Number 16, Reckless by Australian Call.
I haven't heard this, but I like his hairstyle.
Can anyone work out what James Rain is saying in the song? No? Oh well. It still sounds great anyway.
It does sound good.
A beautiful ballad from one of the biggest pub rock bands of the 80s in Australia. Number 15, Am I Ever Gonna See Your Face Again by The Angels.
Haven't heard this one either. Some of them I've heard, some of them I ain't heard.
Now for arguably the biggest pub rock hit, this song was a 10 out of 10 for crowd interaction that is still enjoyed by many Aussies to this day. Wait, so you're saying this only came in at 15? Number 14, These Days by Powderfinger.
Don't know this one.
Another band with a disputable biggest song, I have to go with These Days over My Happiness. They were both massive hits for the Finger back in the day, but 21 in the hottest 100 of all time is no mean feat for These Days. Number 13, Throw Your Arms Around Me by Hunters and Collectors.
Haven't heard this one. I love his voice, man. He's singing from the heart with this one. Sounds so beautiful.
Grab your guitar, pull out the marshmallows around the campfire, and get ready to sing along to this chorus. Hunters and Collectors made an undying classic with this love ballad in the 80s. Number 12, Never Tear Us Apart by In Excess.
I think I have heard this one in a movie or something.
One of Australia's greatest exports of all time, it's once again the ballad that I'm going to have to go with as their biggest song. This one went big all over the world,
Yeah,
but
I
is
thought
slowly
so.
getting bought out by the Port Adelaide Football Club. Number 11,
Oh.
Treaty by Yothu Yindi. An Indigenous Australian classic. I'm not sure if I'm counting the original or the remix, or maybe just both. It's a beautiful story of Australian Indigenous culture and an instant classic.
That's really
Number
cool, and I
10,
love the way they have so many
Friday on
different
My
instruments.
Mind
They're so creative.
by The Easy Beats. Arguably the first Australian rock and roll stars, this is the Easy Beats' most recognisable song. A super catchy chorus and a very creative guitar riff for its time. No one in Australia would say they have never heard this.
I haven't
Number
heard it.
9,
I'm not from Australia.
Beds Are Burning by Midnight Oil.
Hey. I love his expressions. He's so into the song.
The Oil's biggest hit all around the world, with a poignant message about Australian Indigenous culture. The time has come to put this song in the list, and it definitely has to be in the top 10. Number 8, Solid Rock by Goanna. Another beautiful story that meshes Indigenous Australian culture with contemporary music. This song is mostly only recognised by Australians, but for its cultural impact,
Yeah, I haven't
it
heard
deserves
it.
to be this high.
Yeah, definitely.
Number 7,
It was touched on an
You're the Voice
important topic.
by John Farnham.
John Farnham, yes, I've only heard Help, but this guy has such a great voice. I haven't heard this one, but wow. Wait, is that what he looks like now? Okay, I've read to him singing Help, and there was like an older video, but it's still so cool that he's still going, man. He is one of the best voices I've ever heard.
Another comeback is brewing. Farnsey came back with a bang when he released You're the Voice, and it went pretty big all over the world. This song is one of the most endeared Australian songs for big crowds and events. Number 6, Sounds of Them by Ganga Jam.
Haven't heard this one, but it feels very 80s.
It's hard to pinpoint what makes this song so great, but I think it's undeniable that this beautiful poetic description of Australian culture by Ganga Jang would be part of the reason. Number 5, Working Class Man by Jimmy Barnes.
Haven't heard this one, but I love how powerful his voice is.
Lower middle class Aussie battlers will be cheering to see this one up so high. Jimmy Barnes launched his Australian solo career to new heights when his power ballad came out in the 80s and is still a staple in pubs in the suburbs. Number 4, Great Southern Land by Icehouse.
Haven't heard this one, but the guitar in this one is amazing. And that synth.
Another song that is able to describe Australian culture in a beautiful poetic way. This song is often used to usher in Australian sports teams passing through the gates of an epic intro to an Aussie event. Number 3, It's a Long Way to the Top by AC/DC.
AC/DC. I didn't know they were Australian.
Australia's greatest exports, with probably their biggest song. Long
Yeah,
Way to the
they're
Top
huge.
is a staple for classic rock fans all over the world, and it's instantly recognizable as soon as you hear the opening guitar chug. Number 2, Down Under by Men at Work.
Oh. Okay, this song, I've heard it, I didn't know who it's by. This is like a very iconic song. I can see why this is number 2, this one.
Did you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover.
Men at Work.
This song
Okay.
went massive all
Yeah.
over the world in the 80s when Australia won the America's Cup. Many people will sing this song when referring to an Aussie person, and it's strongly embedded in Australian culture. Just before we reveal the number one, I wanted to go over some honourable mentions. Couldn't fit them all in this top 30, obviously, and there
Okay,
are
I
some
don't recognise
amazing
any of
Australian
these
songs
ones.
that I wanted to add. Check them out in this list here. Number one, K-San by Cultures.
Yeah, I haven't heard this one. Number one, okay.
Usually regarded as the greatest Australian song of all time.
Really?
K-San was voted in at number one by Triple M listeners in their best Australian song countdown.
Number one.
It's an incredible story of a Vietnam War veteran dealing with his
Okay.
return to civilization. Thanks for checking out this video. I'm sure you have some disagreements or agreements that you want to discuss in the comments, so please feel free to write something down in there. I'm happy to hear it. Also, if you like this video and you want to see more stuff about Australian music, please subscribe. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Okay, this dude's video is amazing. Please go subscribe to his channel if you haven't already. But some of these people on the list I didn't know was Australian. Like, I can't believe Gautier, somebody that I used to know, was Australian. The people who sing Riptide, that's an iconic song everywhere. That song went huge. Tame Impala, I've never heard any of their songs, but their name I've heard everywhere. They've worked on like tons of Kanye albums, I believe. They've worked with tons of people, so their influence is huge. Come From the Land Down Under by Men at Work, like that's a song I've heard everywhere, but no one ever really knows the name of it, so I guess I know the name of it now and who it's by. And even the songs that I didn't know, I did enjoy, so I definitely have to go check out some people on this list. And John Farnham, I reacted to him singing Help, so it's kind of cool that he's still going, because that was quite a while ago, and he still has that great voice. So if you guys want to give me any more suggestions to Australian music, let me know in the comment section below. And please go check out Solitude. One of the best videos, like compilations I've seen on YouTube. So shout out to him.